Time is precious because it's the only thing that you cannot create more time. It's the only thing you cannot create more of. And I actually heard someone mention recently that they believe that they can create more time. And I was like, what do you mean? And they said, well, when you take care of your body, when you go to the gym, when you work out, you're actually adding years onto your life. So all the people who say, well, I'm just not motivated to go to the gym because it's a waste of time, or I don't have the time. You don't have the time not to go to the gym. You have less time when you don't work out. You have less time when you don't take care of your body, because when you do take care of your body, you multiply your time. Not really the direction I wanted to go with this, but it just sparks the example of time is limited, but there are ways you can create more of it. But there's even ways you can create the illusion of more time in your life. Kelsey, it's great to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. Super cool to have you here. Now, this is the thing about time. Time is most precious. Therefore, how intentional are you with the time that you have now? Right? Some people say, well, look at Bill Gates. Look at all these massively wealthy individuals, right? They have the same 24 hours, but it's very different for them. And I'll explain why. When you're these massively wealthy individuals, you can give away the things that you don't want to do to your assistants, to people that you hire, to your employees, to your admins, right? Whatever it might be. For people like you and myself, you might have an administrative assistant. You might have a virtual assistant. I've got an incredible person on my team. I'm not going to tell you his name because I don't want you to steal him from me, but he edits all of my videos, creates all the thumbnails. I don't know what I would do without him. So if you're watching this, I'll tell you his first name because that won't really harm things. Errol, if you're watching this, thanks for all you do, brother. But if you don't have all those people that you can outsource these things that you don't want to do and give them these tasks, then you have to be very intentional about the time that you do have, because a lot of the people that I know, they're working a full-time job and they're a parent, or they're working a full-time job and they're starting a business, or they're working a full-time job, they're a parent and they're running a business, and it's like a triple whammy there. Right? So you even have less, quote unquote, remember, time's an illusion. You have less time to spend on the business, less time to give your all when it comes to your career. So how intentional are you being with the time that you currently have? Yeah, Danielle or Kelsey just wrote, quality sleep over quantity of sleep. Hell yeah. More rested and more available hours. 100%. Absolutely. What's something you do, Kelsey, to get higher quality sleep? I'm super curious. I recently interviewed, I can't think of her name right now, but she was absolutely incredible. She's the founder and CEO of Chili Sleep. And they actually create these mattresses with airflow to them that helps you to multiply the quality of the sleep that you're getting in less time. So I'm curious to hear, how do you increase the quality of your sleep? Because when it comes to time, guys, it's not even about sleeping less. I'm not going to tell you to wake up at 5 a.m. and go to bed at 11 p.m. I'm not going to tell you that. I'll get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night, but I'm still able to work a full-time job. I'm still able to operate my business. I'm still able to be there for my wife. I'm still able to be there and spend time with my family. And that's not because I'm Superman. It's because I'm intentional with the time that I'm spending. And really, quality of time and the quality of the time that you have comes down to two things. One, it comes down to proper planning. And two, it comes down to eliminating distractions, getting rid of these distractions, eliminating them for the time being while you focus on the tasks that are actually moving the needle for you in your life and your business. So often, when we're doing something really important, what are we compelled to do? We're compelled to reach over and pick up our phones like we do 80 times during an average day. That's actually a statistic. I read it on the internet. That means it's true, but I'm sure it's pretty accurate, where it means we pick up our devices or move to our devices and go on social media over 80 times in the average day. It's absolutely mind-blowing. If you did nothing after leaving this live broadcast here except for turn on your screen time limitation on your iPhone or whatever the equivalent is on your Android phone, then you would be able to multiply your time like crazy. Imagine the time you'd have if you didn't go on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever once throughout the day. Now, it's different, by the way, with social media, especially if you're a creator or a business person. There's time that you spend on social media consuming content, but there's a portion of it where you're creating content. You should be creating more than you are consuming. And I think that that's true, and that rings true for someone that has a business, but also someone who doesn't have a business, because no matter what you do, you are a brand. You are a personal brand. Kelsey wrote, posture helps with your quality of sleep. Make your body comfortable. Look up ways to properly sleep. Who knew it was a thing? Yeah, we didn't really get taught how to sleep in school, right? But when you realize you're more comfortable at night, you're not tossing and turning, and you wake up actually feeling rested. So freaking true. I love that. Posture is huge. Jake wrote, you're an inspiring hard worker. Hey, man, right back at you. And that's probably why we connect so well, because you're doing the same thing, man. Getting up early, working a full-time job, working the business, working to inspire lives. You're doing the same thing. And Kelsey wrote, also in the morning, I take 30 minutes for myself before you touch your phone. Yes, yes, yes. Let's talk about that. One way that you can make better use of your time, guys, and again, this is one of those other golden nuggets where if you take nothing away from this broadcast except for this, then you will have done a good thing and you'll have something to practice moving forward. When you wake up, what's one of the first things that most people do? They roll over, maybe still in bed, and they look at their social media accounts because God forbid they might miss an email that's so urgent they can't get back to it later on, right? We got to check the like counter. We got to check and see who reacted to our latest post. We've got to see if we have any more friend requests. If all you do is you resist the temptation to look at your phone and instead not check your phone for notifications or social media for the first 30 minutes that you wake up, you will be doing yourself an incredible service. I got this from the book called The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, where he doesn't look at his phone for the first 30 minutes. And the reason being, I think he actually waits a full hour. I do 30 minutes. The reason being, there's always a problem you can find on here. There's always something that seems more urgent than it really is. Nothing is so urgent that you need to respond to it as soon as you get out of bed. And if you do look at your phone and you respond to something that's urgent, something that drains joy from your day, then you're starting your day off in a very disempowered way. So my challenge to you is spend the first 30 minutes reading a book or making your coffee or reading some kind of material or journaling or meditation if you like to do that, or simply sitting in silence and being with your thoughts. That's a challenge I have for you that will help you to even feel like you have more time. But not even that, you're going to start your day off on a much better note in a much better way. Now, I mentioned removing distractions, and I think that we covered that pretty well. The second thing is proper planning. If you want to multiply your time, if you want to be like someone who is working full-time or even operates several different businesses, like someone I know, Christine Smith, operates several businesses while also working several jobs and doing other things and raising a daughter and raising a family. If you want to be like that, it requires proper planning and intentional use of your time. Something that I learned probably a couple years ago when I really dove into training salespeople and when I became the training director for the whole upstate New York region at the time, I had to learn how to multiply my time and be several places at once. And one of the ways I did that was my calendar became my best friend. Everything goes into my calendar. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this month, like this was like last month's schedule. I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but that was last month's schedule, right? Everything's in there. This is this month's schedule. Everything's in there. And I've even got a lot of things planned out already for September, because when it's in my calendar, it will get done. Even dinners with my wife are in my calendar. Dinners that she doesn't even know about yet are in my calendar. Gifts that I get for people are in my calendar. Broadcasts like this aren't on the whim, the drop of the hat. I schedule these because I need to know where I'm going to be and how I'm going to be spending my time. And when you schedule something, it becomes real. This is how you can turn your shoulds into musts. When it's a should, oh, I should go to the gym. When you put go to the gym in your calendar, you're hell of a lot more likely to actually get your ass to the gym. Because now if you don't do it, you feel bad. And if you do it 3 times in a row, one of 2 things will happen. You'll stop putting it in your calendar because obviously it's not too important for you, or you'll finally experience enough pain where you say, I'm going to go to the gym today. No exceptions. I'm actually going to go now because if I wait any longer, I know that I won't do it. So part of it comes down to knowing yourself. But even for those business owner friends, treat your business like you would your job. Your job has a start time and an end time. And if you work at a lot of places like I've worked, you can't really be late, or at least you can't be late and still work there for a long period of time because they're going to get rid of you. So if you treat your business like your job, you arrive at your business at a certain time and you leave at a certain time. If you treat your health like it's your job, then you're going to eat specific meals. You're going to do the things and go to the gym like you said you would. You're going to do the workout that you told yourself you would do. So it comes down to eliminating distractions, and it comes down to proper planning and intentionality, if that's a word. Sounds good, so we'll use it. Being intentional with your time.